This got brought up on the postgame show. I want to touch on it real quick before we talk a little Guardians and some other stuff to wrap up here. But, we were talking about, let's say the Cavs, lack of intensity to start the game yesterday.
Yeah.
And you could put whoever you want to blame for that, whether it's JB players internally, all that is fine. But we were looking at this as a conversation in totality about the city of Cleveland and their sports franchises. We talked all Brown season. Do they have that alpha dog in the locker room to rally the troops when it's needed? Because Stefanski, at least from our perspective, isn't that rah-rah guy. I do not know anyone in the Guardians who is like that, and they may have 3 or 4 guys. I just admit my ignorance.
I think Jose Ramirez is absolutely an alpha dog.
Might be Jose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is Jose the only true alpha dog in that sense in the city of Cleveland on their 3 pro sports teams right now?
I mean,
no.
Who else is an alpha dog? Is Donovan Mitchell? I thought he was. He's not playing like one.
I still think listen, he's had a bad week.
I think
There's no
I
getting
still
around
think
it,
he's an alpha dog.
But I'm not going to say he's not an alpha
But they
dog.
don't have an overly tough team overall. That's been a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
They don't have that Tristan Thompson type of guy. I would argue that Tristan was their 3rd best player on that championship team, even ahead of Kevin Love.
I
mean, because
he battled.
He was an animal out there.
Yeah. And see, when you can't be a tough team from your guards, you know what I'm saying?
You need size.
You can't. I mean, they can be tough, but you won't be known as a tough team. Your guards might be like, this tough little guards.
Right.
Tough guards, right? Your front court is usually where, you get the muscle and the brawn, and that's where they get that reputation from.
Rasheed Wallace, Bill Embiid.
Well, think about it. You mentioned the Pistons. Like, Isaiah was tough.
Right.
But he wasn't Bill Laimbeer, Rodman, Mahorn tough. Like, those guys were taking your effing head off out underneath. So
He wasn't Parrish, Greg Kite. He wasn't
Kite.
Because the Greg Kite was in the mess too. They
was afraid to mix it up.
Yeah, so listen.
I don't know. I still miss that basketball. I know we shouldn't talk about it anymore. But
I tell you what, from the Brown standpoint, who is it?
Did the Brown? I mean, doesn't it have to be Deshaun Watson? Doesn't he have to be that?
He got to be tough. But who is the one? Who's the Lawrence Taylor?
Oh, there is none.
There's none on the Browns.
There is none. It could be
Chubb.
It could be Mott. He didn't say anything.
Who's the Singletary?
He didn't say anything when the doors are closed either. He still didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Who's the Otis Wilson? Who's that?
I don't think the Browns have that guy. I mean, on defense,
it should be Miles.
He's doesn't have that kind of attitude. Denzel Ward is their best player in the secondary.
It's usually the one that does all the talking.
Maybe this Juan Thornhill guy. He seems to like to talk.
Who's the one who does all the talking? Because the tough ones are always talking.
Myles Garrett talks a lot, but
I don't consider Miles to be what we're talking about here.
No, I don't think so. I think the Browns are missing that, and that's a problem. And they've been kind of a soft team for a long time, I feel like.
Yeah.
All right.